Jada almost felt like dropping some bars just now, you know, kind of.
No friend, this ain't the type of show.
Oh, on the same freestyle Tuesdays.
Yeah, this is freestyle Fridays. You are not on BET, sir.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to Island Tea right here on With Media SKN with your faves, Kevin and Azem, featuring Jade, Gwen, Idita, CPL, Martha Stewart Johnson. And it is Tuesday, February 15th.
Already.
Officially side chick day. But,
That's what it is?
yeah, Jade.
Whoa, that sucks.
What?
What do you mean, what? I don't
I
know.
I thought this was common knowledge.
I don't think about them things.
That signals hope for a lot of people. Now knowing that there are women out there who don't know. If you hit them with the a busy on Valentine's, let me check it on the 15th, then you're probably the
Well, damn. That sucks.
oh boy.
I'm for y'all.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong there. Nothing wrong there.
No. Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong there. But yeah, guys, well, this is February, so we're definitely past halfway in the month.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going smoothly.
It is.
It's going smoothly.
Yeah, man.
Second day of the week. Still have energy. Still have energy for the week.
It's early.
Yeah. Hoping this continues. Hoping I need, you hearing something like water or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. And I know there's no pipe in here. That is strange, but
Well, you know. Listen, your ancestors talking to us.
hey, big up the ancestors one time. We need to start doing some libations in the morning.
Remember, it's Black History Month.
You're right.
History Month still.
You're right. Why, when you talk about the ancestors, people get freaked out? Like you didn't love your grandmother?
I don't know.
They got your best interest at that.
They usually do.
Yeah. Big up the ancestors
Even when you
one
get
time.
impressed, they're just showing you love. Showing you that they still care about you. You're still very special to them.
You only get impressed if your grandmother's a gangster.
Bye. Well,
Grandmother's one of them women who just
my
don't
mother
play.
was a blood.
Excuse me?
You know, blood, like,
A crip? Blood and crips?
yeah. It's a gangster. I used to press my fast. Yeah, man, I used to press my fast. But I believe, I don't know, I believe because it's only used to happen up by my dad. So,
Oh, interesting.
yeah.
The way people try to call it sleep paralysis, but we know better.
Yeah, we don't die of sleep paralysis.
We know better. We know
And
better.
I see Jumbie? No.
Oh boy, Jumbie, by long time you say Jumbie.
Thank the Lord.
Well, no,
for that.
actually, last night self,
You see a Jumbie last night, Adam?
I'm laying down in the couch, and I see a figure pass me. My peripheral vision.
Uh-huh.
I look around, there's nobody. Okay, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
You know them things that happen
Yeah,
sometimes.
man.
A shadow or something. Yeah, I'm watching some more TV. But the same shadow pass again. I was like, you know what? I look at the TV and say, speak to me. Speak to me. Whatever you got to tell me.
At this point, there's a message that you need to receive.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta be open.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta be open.
Yeah, man.
You know what the message was?
What?
I go sleep. Come go sleep. You can let her get this couch till you're back at you.
You're up too late doing nonsense.
Come go sleep.
So you go.
Bye.
So you go for sure.
But Jade, you had a good night. You
Yeah.
feeling okay?
Yeah, man.
You're looking lovely today as always.
Thanks. It's the month of my birth. I'm,
Yeah, Jade.
showing out.
I've been seeing what's happening. I just see you playing my role, which is to just sit here.
Where is one lock? That's what I hate about lock sometimes, Your hair could look so nice and then one would just be sticking all over the place.
There's always a rebel lock.
Yes. What the heck?
There's always a rebel lock.
Get it together, man.
There's nothing you can do about it. There's always a rebel lock. When you got your hair tie up and wrap up and thing, even just the inner one just got to.
Yeah. No, it's true. I love them, though. I think I'm going to do purple next.
What?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Axman, big up yourself. Morning.
One thing I'm going to do is color my hair. I have it for a while, so.
See, I don't know. You don't even know if.
I'm back into it now.
I don't even know if I. Like since we've been closer, we've colored your hair.
No, that's why I said I'm back into it now.
Oh, okay.
But before I met you, Azem,
Yeah, you are.
I used to be a rainbow.
Oh man, hey, somebody who's good in literature. Mr. Tatum, I wanna yell. Let me know what figure of speech that was. Does it classify as personification if it goes the other way? You never thought about it, didn't it?
No. As in, why do you want to be making me think so early in the morning? What's wrong with you?
That's what we do here, Jade. We force persons to get that blood flowing in their minds. But no, seriously, like what figure of speech is that? Like when you basically give human traits to a non-human object, that's
Yes.
personification. But when you do it the opposite way, like when you say I was a rainbow, like what? Reverse personification.
You know, it could be. It might be a thing, you don't know.
I would say objectification, but that is something else.
Yeah, I'm not objectifying the rainbow or myself.
Yeah, let's not objectify.
No. But we have a good show for today. Lots of things to talk about. Some things were happening yesterday. Well, one thing happened yesterday that I was like, okay. This is getting serious.
Really?
You watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
But
Because I couldn't find a new story to read. So we're going to have to explain what happened.
but we can't tell me that wasn't news. But okay, that's my
No,
personal
that would be
view.
news. Of course that would be
Yes.
news, Azim.
That was, huh?
Of course that would be news.
That's news?
Yes.
Okay.
Listen, you know that's news too. Think about it. Think about how news is created. That would be news.
I suppose you're right.
Yeah,
Anything is news now, actually.
exactly.
So,
And this definitely would be news. But before we tell them what we're talking about, let me give them the COVID updates because, you know, they're probably here looking for it.
on tea time.
Okay. Thank you. Beautifully done. So, as of Monday, 14th February, we had 6 confirmed cases in the last 24 hours, 8 recovered cases, yay. And that brings the total number of active cases to 74.
All right.
No bad news today.
Awesome.
Yes.
Guys, get well soon.
You know,
The rest of us continue to protect ourselves, be responsible. Don't let anybody cough in your face.
Most importantly.
Somebody cough in my face this morning, right?
What?
Early morning.
I know who.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
I was just supposed to get pissed off for you, but then I was like, no, that's normal. That happened to me so many times, right?
That's the life we live, eh?
That's how I just get sick each time. Like I'm at the point where I could pinpoint the except for when I caught corona, because you know.
Yeah.
When y'all need to see me, I need to have some words with you, but I don't know who it is. But other than that, like every cold, that's how I've caught it. I could pinpoint the exact moment when I got sick.
Oh, okay, that's it.
Yeah, man.
I got in.
Literally, and I'm always correct. You gotta be quicker than them, and you can't really.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But so yeah, as I'm talking about the Honorable Sean Richards Facebook Live yesterday.
Sean does get no man, he's a cool guy. You know, some people just get funny if you don't add in the middle initial. But Sean cool like that.
Let me repeat. Let me do it over, because that initial is very important. The Honorable Sean K. Richards.
Yeah. I think he's a chill guy though. So
What did K stand for? You ever said it? Keith?
I don't know.
Is it Keith? No, I don't think
Maybe
it's
controversy.
Controversy starts with a C, friend. We can't just start replacing letters now. I know y'all just do it often, but...
Oh, boy.
Yes, so he was talking about some rumors. Was dispelling some rumors. I wish more ministers would do this.
Really?
What?
Okay, continue.
Transparency. So yes, he was dispelling some rumors of some alleged, what he called it? Where he was swearing on the Bible.
Oh, I can't remember. But yeah, he was saying rumors.
Yeah.
One of the words he was using to describe. But quick question: had you seen the post
No.
that he's talking?
I was so confused.
Okay,
We're not on that side of life.
Right, go ahead.
Because the reason I know it was true, because I saw, he showed us the bunch of screenshots. It looked like it was a lot. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, we're not on that side of the socials. So yeah, basically, he was saying that people kept saying he was giving contracts to somebody that he was not giving any contracts to, and that he also said who got the contract, and he had a copy of the contract in front of him, so we all saw the contracts. And then, but that one was interesting because he was like, how come PLP not coming out and saying, well, the person that got the contract is a strong supporter of theirs, because apparently I feel like he feels like they saw the rumors too, and instead of trying to clear it up, they just let it rock. But then he went to talk about a security hut that's supposed to be built at Port Zante, apparently, that he didn't have any idea about. And the reason that he spoke about it is because it's under his portfolio, those type of things.
Well, infrastructure.
Yes.
Infrastructure.
And then he said he feels like he said, I think he was hinting to unearthing some type of, funny business, because somebody got suspended and then they were allowed to resign. Which I didn't know you could do that. Like, I didn't know you could ask your boss to just let you resign instead of them firing you. Yeah, I didn't know that. But yeah, he swore on the Bible and he showed all the receipts. I think that's the part I enjoyed most about this.
What time? The receipts?
Yeah, man. Because, most times people go live and just talking. They have no proof, no nothing.
But Jade, you didn't really see that there.
The man said they are there for you to see if you need to see them, though.
There was a stack of papers.
But you can go see them. No, he actually zoomed in on some of the signatures and stuff. Yeah, friend, you can. Yeah, really see certain things. But
I could print out them stuff.
huh?
I could print out things too.
Yeah, you could print them out, but you're saying and said the same thing he says. I don't feel like I feel like as a minister you are responsible for telling the truth, and I know a lot of them don't. But
see, this is my okay. Let me give you my perspective on this. I don't know if I ain't gonna do that far, to be honest. The first thing, most people I talked to had no idea what he was talking about until he brought it up.
We didn't know for sure.
Nobody
that
actually
was a
knew.
secret to all of us.
And then okay. For me, the question is if you are in public office, to me this is run of the mill in terms of people constantly
Spreading propaganda.
Rumors, people always saying things. I think you have to be strategic about what you give energy to, right? For me, the biggest question was, well, why this is what he chose to give. Sean is one of those ministers who there's always some rumor going around.
Yeah.
He's out. He's personable. He's a leader of a party. He's also deputy prime minister. So when you start talking about politicians, he's a target. He's a target. So my thing is I was watching it what is this?
Maybe there's an underlying reason that we just don't know about.
That is what I was wondering. I was wondering why this? Why this? And then not only that too, is you go.
We see with the Guinness News now.
After a while I just I tune out. I was like, okay.
She said it's been hot that time in late January. A reporter asked him about the hut and he was not aware of it. Well, see, I missed that.
Oh no, I remember that.
I missed that for sure.
I remember that.
See, well, maybe that rumor was starting to pick up steam and it was affecting certain... No? Okay, well, I don't know then.
No.
I just feel like there
maybe
has to be a good reason, man. I don't see him do these things often.
But there's a reason for that. To me, ain't every Sean can't show you got pick up.
And that's what I'm saying. He don't. I don't feel like
that's what exactly.
I don't feel like he's that type of person. There has to be some maybe there's something that we just don't know.
To me, Sean, he generally comes off as that kind of man who is just okay. I water off a duck's back.
Yeah.
I doing what I got to do. I know I have my I doing things on the up and up. I ignore any noise.
And all of those reasons is why I feel like we're missing something. Because again, he's not a minister that comes out often and he went live just randomly on a Monday.
But not only that, went live and it's personal.
Exactly. So
the whole thing was just weird to me.
There's something else. I wonder if he can tell us. I wonder if he would tell us.
I don't know. Maybe, and then again, maybe he just felt like by things piling up and he's just gonna knock out all of them one time because it was more than one actual.
Yes, that is also true.
Yeah, so maybe he just walk out by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rumors, but let me just
me just deal with these one time before they turn into something else.
I can tell you something though. I found the Bible swearing kind of funny.
Why?
It's kind of funny to me.
Listen,
Like it's kind of funny to me. Like,
people that swear on all kind of things here. So
alright.
people don't swear on the mother, the father, and the line, you know.
Gotcha. I
I
hear man.
swear
I
on
hear
the
man.
baby the best.
I hear man swear, and his two daughters. The man ain't got one child. I hear the man talking to somebody. Say he swear, and he two daughters, and the life for his two daughters them, and he ain't got no children.
I ain't seen heaven, you know. What y'all do these things? Y'all swear, y'all dead grandmother may well y'all grandma in the grave rolling.
Yeah. My thing is there's going to be things that have to be addressed.
Mm-hmm.
People are gonna have questions and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think again you have to be strategic about what you give energy to.
Mm-hmm.
You see, when certain things coming out of the media, and when I say the media, talking about being asked by journalists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you address them, especially in the proper forum. But if tomorrow you go up and just decide by sending him some WhatsApp talking about he give Dwayne The Rock Johnson a passport.
That's vibes.
I mean that would be the kind of vibes. Like, he
Yeah.
actually did a great job opening the Super Bowl.
Oh, I didn't watch that part, but anyway.
Yeah. I was like,
Understood.
wow. So, yeah. So let's say I send him some WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
The rumor is that Sean K. Richards, in order to entice Dwayne The Rock Johnson to come and be a part of his campaign, he gave him a Secret Nevis passport. You gonna get a life for that too? Probably not. Probably not. And the truth is that probably might have been a good move. But
I mean, listen.
I mean, if you need somebody to know to like come on and announce you every night before you hit the platform.
Vibes.
Do you smell?
No,
You know
I
what I
think he
mean?
can do it so. I think he can do it so. I think he can move on from that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it was as we said, it was very interesting. If you haven't seen it, you can go back and look at it. It's on his personal Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Yeah, like I said, like
Get
to me,
into it.
yeah, he normally
it's
he
very
normally ignore the noise.
yeah.
Keep working, keep your head down, do what you're doing.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
yeah.
There had to be a reason.
Yeah.
All right. Morning. Oh yes, before we continue, we have to say a very special happy birthday
Good.
to Mr. Real Right.
The real right by
Yes, man.
friend of the show.
Friend of the show, yes. Happy birthday. See how good people born in February, you know.
You can big up yourself by. But yeah, I seen a lot of these happy birthday posts and I was like, oh, you're one of us.
You're one of us.
You're one of us.
You're part of the family.
We got Namo, you, we got me, we got EK,
Purple's birthday was yesterday.
Purple, Betty the body.
Yes.
Oh,
Stupid.
Betty! I see Likey birthday was this month too.
Yeah.
Likey birthday this month. All kind of people, yeah.
Some good people. We love it. We love it.
But
Why my family change me? Why this is the I have a family chat, right? And then I just randomly change.
Oh my God, look at that.
Pictures.
Look at that.
Why?
Oh my gosh, Jade, we just
Proof that I had terrible teeth all my life.
You guys need to see Jade's what is this? How old you would have been here? Like maybe 3, 4?
No boy.
13?
No. let me see if I can show them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice.
That's my
Jade, you look kinda cute on the camera.
what I mean.
You
I look
cute.
kinda.
You look kinda cute on the camera there. Look, watch it.
I cute. I was cute. I been cute. This ain't you.
Yeah, that's true.
Bro,
That's true.
been
But
doing this all my life.
when they find out there.
But I don't know, yeah?
Mm.
I don't know. But it's not my birthday. My birthday is Thursday. I'm accepting all gifts to the station between 8 and 10.
We're actually working on getting Jade either a house or a car for her birthday. Anybody who might be generous?
Yes.
Please let us know. Should inbox us. DM us at ILNTSKN on Instagram. You don't send it to the Win Media page. We want nobody taking a cut. We want nobody from Win FM taking a cut. It's gotta come straight to us. But
What is Pizza Hunters? Oh,
that's
Molly Show.
Molly Show. That's his Molly Show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, Pizza Hunters is a great show. That's so random.
Yeah.
Then I remember,
It
Molly
is
Show.
actually. It is. Watch it. Let me tell you something. Every village got somebody doing pizza in their kitchen right now. I'm telling you. Jade, you just don't know about it.
Well, they need to make themselves known.
Jade, I am telling you, there is somebody in Taylor's doing pizza. There must be.
I think so too.
Whoever in Taylor's doing pizza, comment on the live.
Please. Let me know what's happening with your pizza.
Let me see. Pizza.
Pizza.
What would be the closest pizza place that I know?
To me?
Yeah.
Domino's.
Domino's. I mean, considering the fact that one is walking distance and two they don't deliver, ain't too bad.
Domino's up on my chest. Anyway. I can't do it, friend.
I hear you. But what would be? You got Indulge still do anything?
I don't know if Indulge just sell pizza.
They don't sell pizza, but I wonder if they do anything.
Oh yes, Gregory in Taylor's for sure. I had some
See?
wings from him the other day for sure.
I tell you so.
Boy, he wings was busting by.
I
My
tell you.
word.
I tell you.
Yeah. What's his business called? I can't remember, but yeah, he has some good food. I'm not gonna lie.
What is it?
Gregory, yeah, he's
So
right
where
there
is
in
it?
Taylor's. I don't remember exactly where in Taylor's, but I know it's in Taylor's. I wish I could find the name of his business to share.
I tell you,
Yeah, man,
every
he doing
village got
things, he doing
somebody.
things.
Every village got somebody doing pizza right now. I'm telling you.
He sells pizza. He sells like
And more power to everybody.
wings. He sells quesadillas.
Yeah.
What?
Who mean about this place?
Because you don't eat none of them things. I just call.
He must do a veggie
But yeah,
pizza,
you
man.
don't eat pizza.
Must do a veggie pizza, man.
Yeah, man. I think so.
Yeah. Plus, I like going to these places even though I don't eat.
A whole box with fish fingers, pizza, quesadilla, everything.
What? The man got bento box?
Buy
Ooh, I just had an idea for a thing,
a
right?
sleep box if
You
you
know-
really think about it.
But no, like in Asian countries and at Asian restaurants, they have like this thing called a bento box.
Mm-hmm.
What if we do like a bento box here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you spell it BENDTOE,
Bento?
like bento. No, don't think people.
Sometimes we just need to leave things as they are.
You don't think people will come to my restaurant and be like, I want a bento? No?
Frank, you drink some water?
I'm parched, Jade.
I know, I
we
can tell.
forgot. So this morning, guys, we forgot to bring our tea and our water.
So if you just see us out here randomly passing out, it's because we're dehydrated.
Yeah. If you hear us talking things that really make sense,
We're dehydrated.
we're dehydrated.
Where to find him? He's somewhere in Taylor's. I can't remember
Watch,
exactly.
We have the best viewers and listeners.
Somebody can tell us.
Somebody can call in and tell us where to find what your name,
Gregory.
Gregory,
Or they're going to write it on the live. You know them?
who does sell fish fingers, pizza and quesadillas
Or
In the-
chicken wings.
and
Oh,
chicken
stop.
wings.
Let's not talk about food right now.
in the
I'm
Taylor's
already
area.
hungry.
Yeah. Well, you know what time it is, Jade. It is.
Time to talk some trash.
It's Tuesday, no?
Yes, you know it. With our friend from Solid Waste, the beautiful Nama. So we will take a very
Never been killing it all month.
I'm telling you, it belong to her.
Yeah, never been killing it all month. Ah, making me feel bad now.
Why? Because you come in here just like a Taliban every day?
Hey, they just come in here with the t-shirt.
That's okay. But yes, guys, we'll take a very quick break and be right back with more Island Tea. Stay tuned.
If you say you love your little dear country, try to do something positively. Be a watchdog for the environment. Don't leave everything to the government. We dump our garbage anywhere, lit on the streets everywhere. Our behavior is telling me that we really don't care. Take some pride in your country. Volunteer to clean where it's dirty. Tourism be treated like criminals. So don't be afraid at all if they call you an informer. Report those when danger our future. So if you really love this blessed land, this situation demands attention. Think about the future generation. Do what we can to preserve this island. The laws for littering we must enforce. We have to let justice take its course. If you are a proud citizen, you have the right, you have a reason to save this land from destruction. You have an obligation to become involved in anything which affects this nation.
The Solid Waste Management Corporation, SWMC, is working hard each and every day to keep St. Kitts clean. Our primary mandate is to collect household waste while maintaining the engineer sanitary landfill in Connery. While it is the responsibility of businesses to see to it that their garbage is properly collected and disposed of at the landfill, the SWMC offers a commercial waste disposal service with our NOSI program. We also offer a bin rental service where persons can rent large bins to do community cleanups or other waste disposal activities. Additionally, our headquarters in Taylor's Range include state-of-the-art conference rooms for rental. So when you're hosting another event, consider using the SWMC conference facilities. We want to continue serving you by keeping our environment clean. Because at the SWMC, waste matters. For more information, call our office at 465-9507.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Win Media SKN, and it's time for Talking Trash with our friends from the Solid Waste Management Corporation. In studio with us, we have the lovely Nama. Nama, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. Morning, Jade. Morning, Adam. Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Yes, we continue the fabulous February.
Of course. Anything else would be uncivilized.
Indeed, indeed.
I like that. Anything else would be uncivilized, and we definitely do not want to be uncivilized.
Of
No,
course
we do
not.
not.
Yes. Jade, I have a message for you.
Ooh.
Yes, I was told to tell Jade, not Azim, Jade, right? Gregory is the third road in from the main road by Avec. Up that road on the left, about third house up according to my memory. Well, that person's memory.
All right, give me that again slowly.
So it's the third road in from the main road by Avec.
Okay, third road.
Up
1,
that
2, 3.
road,
Okay.
on the left.
On the left.
Third house or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, Jed, that literally around the corner.
I didn't say it's not. I just said I didn't know where.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just telling you. Hey, thank you to your. Well, I said tell Jade, not as him. So I mean, thank you.
Thank you. I didn't recognize you may not use this information as you should.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah. I
But
understand. I understand.
Pizza Hunters has really provided an avenue for small business owners and so forth. And well, not me as Solid Waste, but me as
Yeah.
personal. We were actually the first episode of Pizza Hunters. So
Really?
yeah,
You made us sell pizza?
Jade, you want to put anyway.
Why do you?
You want to put.
We can
them on
talk
glass.
off here because you got some explaining to do here.
yes,
Like, we're
I
gonna
might have some
field trip?
explaining to do
Bye.
at the office as well. But
We're going on a field trip.
It sounds so.
Okay, cool.
sound like a field trip. Sound like you know what you call those like
Road
when you go on
trips.
the road trips. Yeah.
Mm.
There
Pizza
are
road trip.
many, and a lot of us emerged during the pandemic.
Oh, for sure.
You know, persons weren't able to go to get food in town, etc. And the demand was there, and persons sought to fill that demand, and even opened up opportunities for those that were already existing,
Yep.
who now provide that service almost, for the entire island, because before some of these institutions, they did not deliver.
Nope.
Yeah, beyond certain parameters. So
Yep.
yeah, I think it was a good initiative. It was a good thing, and the citizens are able to enjoy.
For sure.
Yeah,
for
benefit from it.
Loving
So
it.
Nama, you win a perfume?
yes, I did.
Number ones.
Clearly, because they're out there giving out news.
Yes,
I
I
don't win
did.
that,
Neither me.
Me neither. I didn't win. I never won. I won a pencil once at a baby shower.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah, that was it. But I
That's
entered.
good.
It was a
Pencils are
good
nice.
cause, so entered it. I think I had like did like 2 chances or something like that. And they called me and told me I won. And it's a it's a local brand.
Is it maximum?
Yes.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Yes.
I'm jealous.
His and hers. So
Oh, you got his and hers?
yes, I
What?
did.
I would have kept both.
Who
Because
tell you I'm
both
not?
smell. Huh?
Somebody told you I'm not keeping.
I'm
it.
about to say.
well,
I was
you
about
know.
to say.
Well, yeah, you're right. I cannot choose between my favorite one. They're both so amazing.
Yes, and the thing is, the fact that one of the things, the branding is really awesome, and the scent, they're just fun.
Yeah, shout out to
fabulous. And
Rashid at
so-
Maximum.
Yes, and at the end of the day, it's local, and for all local entrepreneurs to create something that is on par with international standards. I mean, I think that speaks volumes to what we as a nation are capable of. So, the same way we can do that, we can create an awesome environment for, in terms of our waste management as well. So we are capable of a lot of things.
Indeed.
And we are capable of managing our waste properly. And so last week, we spoke about some of the characteristics of the ants and how the ants are brave, and that, they don't study those petty diversions. They take responsibility for their actions. They pass on the knowledge, and they adapt. And so with that in mind, I want us to sort of touch on a topic that sometimes seems like, oh my gosh, they're speaking about this again, the R's. Now, some studies say you have 3 R's. Some people say you have 7 R's. Whoever says how many R's, we're going to be focusing just on some of the R's. I try to stay politically correct. And so I'm not going to say they are 7, 5 or whatever. We're just going to focus on some of the R's. And the first R, obviously, is refuse. So we're going to touch on refuse, reduce, reuse, repurpose, and recycle. I know for some persons, it's difficult to make the distinction between reuse and repurpose. So we're going to try to make sure persons understand that today, especially, right? Yeah. So refuse, which is the first step, that is I think it's pretty self-explanatory. You just reject. You say no. So say no to plastic, to single-use plastic. So when you go into the supermarket, go with your bags. I am proud to say that my voice is a voice, at least in this regard, is my mother's conscience. My voice on the radio telling her, do not use plastic bags. So she goes with her single use, because her voice is my voice, is in my head for a lot of things. So I think this is like a little payback, which I'm very proud of. Thank you. But I think we need to be able to get to a point where we can confidently refuse, because sometimes you feel as though your persons are going to look at you a certain way. If you say, no, I don't want those bags or something like that, that you're going to be judged in a particular way or be labeled a particular way. And just like any other movement, in the beginning, yes, there's that, but persons will get on board. And sometimes it's you refusing will encourage somebody else to refuse as well. It's a matter, our supermarkets are, in terms of the parking lots, they're right there. You can literally leave the cashing, run to the car and get back. We don't have these massive parking lots where you'll have to walk like 5 minutes to if you forget your reusable bags in in your car. So you can literally just dash in, or if you have a child, these is why we procreate, so that we can have someone to send for things.
Who is us?
The perks.
I'm just I haven't as yet, so I'm thinking, that's supposed to be one of the perks.
And you could tell she was sent out once or twice.
Once or
Or 3
twice.
times.
An hour.
Listen, my mom, typical Caribbean mother, she will call you from Kwaito to come and bring the remote that's right there.
On the table, yeah.
Or so now as an adult, she sort of pretends to call me in to discuss a topic. And then she'll be like, switch off the light for me, please. That's Caribbean mothers. But before, she never used to pretend. She just, bring the remote. I'm like, it's right there, but they can't.
You know why? It's because now as an adult, you have a choice. So she has to get creative with it.
You really do have a choice?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You don't
I
know
feel so.
I don't think you know me, mother.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you have a choice. I think she's just trying to be nice, a good Christian woman.
Aw.
She's just trying to emulate what would Jesus do. And I think she should know that Jesus would not trick me. But hey. But yeah, refuse. So your refusal can actually encourage someone else to refuse. It's contagious. Behavior most of the time is contagious. People emulate what they see others do. And I would like to encourage especially individuals who have influence, power, and authority to actually take up the mantle. Because when you see, hey, Jade does it, like, okay, if Jade could do it, so can I. Azim does it. So, okay, if Azim can do it, so can I. Whether he dresses up as a Taliban or not, he's going to be a Taliban for waste management.
Indeed.
Right? And so at the end of the day, I really want each individual to look within themselves and say, okay, what behavioral changes can I make that will allow me to easily refuse these single-use plastics? So when you go to the supermarket, walk with your bag. If you forget it in the car, go back for it. And it's really, really... at first, you might think, oh my gosh, it's inconvenient. It's really not. Honestly, it's not if we really think about it. So the second thing is to reduce. So we've refused, and there are certain things right now, based on our policies, based on our laws, etc., and just our supplies, we are unable to refuse. So we need to find a way to reduce the intake of these items. And this, it's especially in terms of reduction, policy changes really have to come into effect, because as consumers, a lot of these things are beyond our control.
Right.
And so for those who are listening, who are part of the mechanism, the wheel of policy change, and Solid Waste, of course, we are part of that, we need to sort of push on this. And I think we are, especially coming from tourism and environment and so forth, in the background, especially because sometimes residents, everyday individuals, they don't see the battles that are fought. It's not that this is not important. It's not that the government doesn't see it as important, but sometimes there's something that's a little bit more urgent. Priority. And the effects of this are not short term, and not always just short. It's so long term that sometimes, okay, well, we could wait another year. Whereas something with crime, obviously, waiting another year is just not reasonable. So we have to take that and keep that in mind. But if residents push, then it will become urgent enough for individuals to take the necessary steps and put the policies in place that will allow for the reduction. Because once you reduce what comes into the country, even as consumers, we reduce what we consume or, what we take. Then we go to reuse and repurpose. And I said that individuals sometimes mix up reusing and repurposing. So reuse, it means it's an item that you can use over and over and over and over again. Whereas repurposing is that you're changing what you're using that item for.
Or using it for something other than the intended original purpose.
Yes. See, move to the front of the class.
That's me. Look at you.
February. Yeah.
I had no choice.
Exactly. So, so reuse items. You're talking about, instead of having styrofoam cups, you have those ceramic cups, so that you're not using single-use items. So every day at work, you're not gonna put a stack of styrofoam cups. You're gonna have one cup
cup,
that's
right.
okay, that's Jade's cup, that's Azim cup, that's Nama's cup, or whoever's cup, and you ensure that, let's say, for example, you're putting items there in place that will encourage individuals to reuse. So ensuring you have a microwave at the office so that individuals can bring food to work. Because if there's no microwave at the office, individuals thinking, well, I don't have food to heat up or anything like that. And so they're going to be purchasing food that come in styrofoam containers. And then obviously that's not so great for the environment. So we try to purchase items or bring items into your home, into your office, into your livelihood that can be reused and that will encourage you to reuse the same item over and over again. As I believe, well, we all know, we have become a sort of, not just we in terms of St. Kitts and Nevis, but the entire world. It's all about throwing away. Like, you use it and it's discarded. We no longer even value items that last a long time because we know we're not going to stick with them for a long time. Can you imagine going back maybe 15 years and saying, hey, I am purchasing a phone now, iPhone, and call out the figure and say, every single year I upgrade? You're 15 years ago, you'll be like, that makes no sense.
Right.
Why? Why every year are you putting more and more money into this device that should be, even the suppliers, the manufacturers, they're not creating things to last a very long time. Let's talk about vehicles. When people go to Cuba and they see all these, vintage vehicles, they look awesome. But can you imagine getting in an accident with one of those? Your car is going to be practically written off, and they might just get a little dent or scratch,
Yep.
if anything.
Your chance pull up.
Yeah, because they were made to last. And we no longer have that, well, especially in certain products. And we realize that we aren't able to necessarily change overnight, but supply and demand is a real thing. So if the demand for these types of products isn't there, the suppliers will not be able to create, will not have the incentive to create them,
Right,
because
exactly.
the demand isn't there. And so I would really encourage individuals, try to buy products that you can reuse. So cut down on the styrofoam cups, cut down on the plates. Have your own plate at work that you can put your food in and heat it up or something like that.
I don't like plastic forks.
They're terrible.
I don't like eating with plastic forks.
They're absolutely terrible. I actually have my own metal fork. Right
Yeah,
now.
utensils. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
It's
thing.
really, really, I don't understand them. And some of them are so flimsy.
Oh my god, just thinking about it is giving me anxiety.
Oh dear. Breathe. Woosa. Yes. But, and that's the thing. So you can refuse that plastic fork. And by refusing that plastic fork, eventually, if enough persons are refusing the plastic forks, the establishment can actually say, well, why am I purchasing these plastic forks that I'm just having these stocks there because people are not using them? And they can cut that out. Mm-hmm. And then once they cut that, reaction goes back and back and back and back to the manufacturers. Mm-hmm. And if the demand isn't there, the supply is going to it's going to have to be cut off. But if the demand is there, and no matter how much we as a corporation fight, or tourism fights, or whoever fights, if the demand is there, we either have to really put down our foot and say, well, we're just not bringing these things in. But sometimes you don't even have to have policy change. Once the mentality changes, then it doesn't matter whether the policy is there or not. We just won't consume, and so the suppliers won't bring it in. whether the policy exists or not. And that's why I believe as a corporation and even as myself, we are ensuring that we're trying to ensure that individuals are educated and that individuals are imparted the necessary knowledge that will allow them to mentally change their way of thinking and know that the power is within their purview. It's within them. As individuals, we hold the power. Policy or not, we can make the necessary changes that can then affect policy and push policy to be changed. So that was reusing, and then of course repurposing. And I think repurposing for me I think that's the fun part, because I like to be crafty and stuff. Of course, DIY projects, love them. My mother hates them because, I usually end up, having messed up everywhere just to create this one thing. But I believe repurposing, I think we spoke before, what is it? The mother of invention. Necessity is the mother of invention. And so when it is, we acknowledge the fact that, okay, we are consuming a lot of plastic, or a lot of items that we should not really be pumping into our landfill, we find other ways of using those items. So there are some individuals who do some awesome furniture or decor pieces with like tires and, using bottles, especially those bigger bottles, for their gardening and all of these things. So we can definitely come up with ideas and concepts. And obviously, we are capable of. We are an intelligent people. We are an innovative people. As I always say, we smart, but we talawa.
Indeed.
We can do it. And we have the manpower, we have the brain power, and I believe we have the willingness and the passion to get it done. Individuals, I think I mentioned this last week, individuals like Manners and Culture and so forth, they, no matter what happens, sometimes you go out there. I got some images, I believe it's about 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago, about an area that illegal dumping is taking place. And it's not an area that we have not tackled before. Mm-hmm, okay. And so you've seen this happening, and you're saying, well, aren't people learning? Why continue to dispose of your waste illegally? Why do you illegally dump? It does not even look pretty. Why do it? And if persons knew it was right, they would do it in their own homes or their own premises, but they don't. Nope. So they know it's wrong. They know it can be hazardous to your health and to others. So you go and you try to negatively affect somebody else down the road, or somebody not even within your community. And at the end of the day, we have to come and clean up, and it's disheartening. But then you hear Manners down the road, and he's like, no, you can't do this. And he takes it upon himself, and you see his passion, and his passion then just gives you that will to just, okay, yeah.
Keep going and continue doing what you have to do.
When you have allies and you have individuals who support you, I think that really, really matters. And so repurposing, obviously you can, my favorite tool, Google how to repurpose, or YouTube how to repurpose, and you can find
Pinterest has a lot of them as well.
Yes. Mind you, I like to put out my disclaimers. If you end up on Pinterest or YouTube DIYs and you basically sink into a rabbit hole, please do not hold me accountable.
Yeah, it's easy to just lose yourself.
Yes. So please be mindful of your reality while you sink into these rabbit holes, because it's rabbit holes. Seeing like some of the plastic chairs being turned into these gorgeous other chairs or decorative pieces, you're like, oh my God, yes, I want to do that. And sometimes it does cut down costs. And for some individuals, when they try out these DIY projects, they actually find a talent that they never knew they had, which can become something as an outlet piece for you in terms of stress, because creating does relieve stress. It really, really, really does. I recall a few years back, it was a stressful point in my life, and I found relief through creation. So I used to make flowers. I used to make fondant, well, not use, I still do make fondant flowers, and I find myself just lost in it.
Really?
Yeah, you're just lost in it. And one of the things is that sometimes through creation, I think you're able to better appreciate the Almighty. So when I remember, especially in the beginning, I would make these flowers. I'm like, listen, I'm making like one petal, and sometimes like a rose can take you 2 weeks to create. And you think of the awesomeness of God. You know, I don't want to get too religious or anything of this sort, but the awesomeness of creation, that you can just imagine how much it took to create that. And when you create something, you learn to appreciate even others who do something similar. And so when you start to manage your own waste at home, I think you actually will gain a better appreciation for what solid waste has to do. When you start to, you know what I mean?
Yep.
When you start to promote your own initiative with your children, you start to realize, oh my gosh, tourism has all these campaigns, and always wonder, like, why are they doing these campaigns? Well, because you realize that even in your own home, not everybody's always on board.
On board, right.
And so you start to have a better appreciation for all these other entities that have to sort of push this message or try to change the mentality of us all. So I think repurposing is very useful, and it's important. And you can really find yourself, you can find a talent, you can find passion, you can find just stress relief through that. So try to explore it. You might be surprised, you know. And of course, last but certainly not least, it's recycling. And I believe we as a nation are moving more and more into recycling and energy saving methods and means. And so it's the necessary mechanisms are being put in place for us, and we need to start to practice those, you know, basically display those behavioral practices and put ourselves in the right frame of mind and start to put things in place in our homes so that when
habits,
yes, and so when recycling starts, it's a smooth sailing kind of
easy transition
thing. Yes, because, you know, change is sometimes difficult.
Yes.
Sometimes change is difficult, but as we spoke about it last week, the ants learn to adapt, and so must we. We have to learn to adapt to our new reality, and our new reality is that nothing lasts forever. And if we continue to do what we're doing, if we continue in the path that we are, and we're destroying the earth, and we're not properly managing our waste, and we are illegally dumping, indiscriminately dumping, and not thinking of the landfill, and not thinking of our neighbors, and not thinking, speaking about neighbors, if you like your house dirty, I or somebody else doesn't have the power to come and force you to clean up. But I always say, whatever it is you're doing, if it affects others in a negative way, especially, you need to change. It's not just about you. We cannot be so selfish to the point where we think the world revolves around us and us only.
Amen.
Now, of course, we get a lot of individuals sending us images and so forth. And I was sent an image, I think it was last week, Friday or something like that. And the individual's bin, I don't know, maybe a dog or something toppled it over, and the garbage was everywhere. And they did not clean it up. Now, are you expecting solid waste to come and clean that up? You're supposed to clean it up, put it back into a bag, and let us pass for it. Now, this thing is affecting the entire neighborhood. right? And it's not, so sometimes, the dogs will come and they'll drag it to somebody else's yard, and then that person has to clean up and that kind of thing. But come on, just passing that every day should disturb you as the owner, and want to clean it up. And so let's be our neighbor's keeper. Let's be our own keeper, and let's keep our country clean. I think we really need, not just for tourism, but for our own sake, we need to keep our country clean. And so don't forget, to reuse, repurpose, recycle, all of those R's. And of course, you can find other R's. Just Google them and look for examples and see how you can become a part of this change. Because whether you're on board or not, you're going to have to come on board now willingly or later forcibly, because this has to change. And so thank you for joining us right here on Win FM 98.9. And those of you who join us on Facebook and on YouTube, we appreciate y'all and your comments. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Of course, you can put them in the comment section, and we do go through and see what persons are saying. So be nice. And don't forget to join us once again right here on Talking Trash every Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. Don't forget, waste matters.
If you say you love your little dear country, try to do something positively. Be a watchdog for the environment. Don't leave everything to the government. We dump our garbage anywhere, lit on the streets everywhere. Our behavior is telling me that we really don't care. Take some pride in your country. Volunteer to clean where it's dirty. Tourism development needs a healthy environment. Whenever we litter, we threaten our survival. So those who engage in it should be treated like criminals. So don't be afraid at all if they call you an informer. Report those who endanger our future. So if you really love this blessed land, this situation demands attention. Think about the future generation. Do what we can to preserve this island. The laws for littering we must enforce. We have to let justice take its course. If you are a proud citizen.
The Solid Waste Management Corporation, SWMC, is working hard each and every day to keep St. Kitts clean. Our primary mandate is to collect household waste while maintaining the engineer sanitary landfill in Connery. While it is the responsibility of businesses to see to it that their garbage is properly collected and disposed of at the landfill, the SWMC offers a commercial waste disposal service with our Nosy program. We also offer a bin rental service where persons can rent large bins to do community cleanups or other waste disposal activities. Additionally, our headquarters in Taylor's Range include state-of-the-art conference rooms for rental. So when you're hosting another event, consider using the SWMC conference facilities. We want to continue serving you by keeping our environment clean, because at the SWMC, waste matters. For more information, call our office at 465-9507.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Get your property properly covered today. Constructing your dream house or considering renovating your property? We will make sure your property is properly covered at Guardian General Insurance. Yes, at Guardian General Insurance, we will ensure that your property is properly covered with our private dwelling and contractors all-risk promotion. Visit or call us today and get affordable rates, premium financing arrangements from now until March 31st, 2022. We will properly cover fire, lightning, explosion, thunderbolt, bursting or overflowing of water tanks and apparatus pipes, burglary, theft or larceny, impact by road vehicle, riot, strike or malicious damage, hurricane, earthquake or volcanic eruption, flood, collapse due to subsidence of landslip, loss of rent, cost of temporary accommodation, and much more. So get your property properly covered at SL Horsford and Company Limited. Local agents for Guardian General Insurance today. Special terms and conditions apply. Call today at 869-465-9355 for further details.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN with your faves, Kevin and Azam, featuring Jade, as we discuss the ridiculousness of movies at times. Also, Witty, thank you very much for that offer. I'll definitely take you up on it. Vibes.
Yes.
But Jade, that was we just got out of talking trash. And let's continue with some tea time.
Yes. So, CADI, to assess success of shipping container farming in St. Kitts and Nevis. The Caribbean Agriculture Research and Development Institute, CADI, is looking to conduct further feasibility assessments which focus on the conversion of shipping containers to agricultural production systems in St. Kitts. CADI representative in St. Kitts and Nevis, Christian? Why Christian smell like this? Christian Fleming made the announcement while recently speaking with the Media and Communications Unit in the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Marine Resources. Fleming said, "We are using the shipping container retrofitting with hydroponics and vertical agriculture. In 2022, we want to look at the feasibility of this system. At the end of the day, it can look nice and sound very nice, but if it is not feasible, economically feasible, then we may not have any major success with the concepts So in 2022, we are looking at the feasibility of this model and also looking at the alternative energy reduction measures." Mr. Fleming noted that one of the challenges of using this farming system stems from the ability to keep the container cool. At the moment, we have an air-conditioned unit which demands a lot of energy to cool the shipping container. So in 2022 and beyond, we will be looking at alternative measures that we can utilize. For example, the stability of the earth to cool the shipping container as 5 meters below the earth's surface tends to be relatively stable in its temperature, as well as cooler than the external temperature, so we want to leverage this resource to cool the inside of the shipping container in a subject called geothermal cooling, he explained. The vertical hydroponic farm designs are built entirely inside a shipping container to offer farmers a solution to several problems, including the unavailability of land, pests, and climate change challenges. The CADI representative also used the... You okay, friend?
It's slipping off because of my mask.
Also used the opportunity to pledge the Research Institute's commitment to working with the Ministry of Agriculture and increasing support of the agricultural sector in 2022 through training, production, and disease management. Last year, CADI helped to facilitate the procuring of roots and tubers to aid in the development of the Faiz Outreach Center in Newton Ground, as well as enhance food security and meet nutritional goals for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. I think that's interesting.
It's an interesting project.
Yes.
I mean, we always talking about the need for food security and stuff like that. So Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what the outcome is. If they could make it feasible,
I think
then
this would be amazing for farmers in St. Kitts if they could make it feasible. Yeah.
yeah, I mean we see farms have really been over the years kind of evolving. We have some hydroponic farms around and about in the federation. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. I was always wondering how they're gonna cool it though. 'Cause I know that's been a real issue
Yeah.
with this, and even because I have a friend who does it in St. Martin, and he went the solar route.
Okay.
So
Or to push the power.
yeah, for the power and things.
That's
so.
a good idea though. Use solar panels to push the ACs or the cooling system.
Yeah, but he has a whole different system where what happens is he does like both from the grid and solar, and so during the day he uses solar. During the night he goes on the grid when the electricity prices are low, and what it does, it freezes. It is a system where it is like an AC, but how it works is overnight it freezes water. Or like so, and then during the day now that system locks off, and then the ice
Melts, so it keeps it cool.
Yeah, it cool.
That is smart as hell.
Mm.
Well, look at you solving the world's problems.
Hey, what can I say? No, but they'll figure it out, man.
Yeah, they will. I feel like they're
They'll
bright
figure it
enough
out.
for this. So, as we know, yesterday was Valentine's Day. And listen, I was chuckling at this article, okay? I also read another one from Dominica,
Oh.
and it was from the woman's perspective. I can say about this after. So, shoot your shot. Men from St. Kitts and Nevis share their secrets. I feel like some of them could have kept this secret. But yeah.
Show me a secret, Victoria's Secret. Big up easy one time.
Listen, them songs used to be wild, you know? Show me a boxer shot.
I mean, you would want to ask. I mean, that kind of lines up with what we are saying here in this article, talking about how does one shoot your shot.
Yes, so there are so many stories that can be told about how relationships were started. Some awkward, some funny, some romantic, and some downright cringy. One thing for certain, though, someone has to make the first move. Facts. So who will it be? In St. Kitts and Nevis, gender roles remain traditionally intact for most individuals. Many women will tell you they would never approach a man first, no matter how much they are attracted to him. The men, largely accustomed and aware of what is expected of them, would approach the woman they are interested in getting to know. No two people are the same, and so no two approaches will be the same. This is why Loop News took to the streets of Bastia, St. Kitts, and asked some men, how do you shoot your shot?
Interesting question.
How do you shoot your shot, Adam? Do you shoot shots?
The girl don't really play no basketball, yeah.
Okay, so if you really like, if you were to
generally, it's uncomfortable for me to just like walk up to like, I'm comfortable talking to women, but going up to a woman and being like and starting a conversation which suggests that like I want to date you or I'm interested in you and that kind of thing, it's a little weird for me.
For sure.
I've done it. I've done it when I felt it necessary. So, yeah, and it's only when I feel it's absolutely necessary, and it would only be absolutely necessary if I am not. If you're somebody who is not generally in my space, or we're not in the same.
Like the same somebody you're going to see often.
Right. If it's somebody I'm not gonna see often, then I got to like bite the bullet and just be like, okay. It's either no or never kind of thing.
My last shot worked. I don't remember. I kind of, how did I shoot it by? I think I saw him and I was like, oh, he's cute. Who is that?
It's so different for women, yo.
Yeah. And then I said, go tell that guy over there I want to talk to him. And it worked.
Yeah, a
I
lot
think
of times.
men easier to get in women sometimes.
Yes, of course. Of course, but the thing about it is that it's very difficult for men, and it's becoming more and more difficult. That's and it's a real problem. I like with you.
I'd do that to women, not a man. Well, Witty,
Yeah, I
we
like
understand.
I like witty bad.
I know.
But yeah, I think what happens is
You see, I never cuss him now. I wrong.
if it was a lame shot, it's a lame shot.
But
But
it worked.
but it worked.
It
Sometimes
worked.
like I think that okay, for instance, I've been
be out here doing the most.
I've been, and for me, it's honesty is the best policy, and hope that I'm not, like I said, cringy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know how I find some men that shoot the shots, they literally just stare you dead in your face.
Girls will do that, though.
Yeah, girls they do that.
That's a girl thing. Girls, they'll just be like, you ain't see me watching you, like, you ain't come in, like, you ain't come talk to me, like.
They just stare you from wherever they are in the club or wherever they are.
I've gotten this tears and it's just like, miss me looking back here.
You can feel it.
I'm like, miss, I am
You
not
can
looking.
feel it.
I am not looking in that direction.
Some of y'all should tell us how y'all shoot y'all shots. I would be interested to know, like how y'all look people.
I think okay. So for instance, there's been one time, like I say, if it's I generally do the shoot the shot thing if it's absolutely necessary. So there's been times I've literally just like maybe I went to a business place and I saw it and I was like, okay, I'm going to if I leave here and don't ask you for your name, your number, or someone to get in touch with you after I leave here, I'm going to be very upset with myself. Generally, like that'll work.
Oh really?
That does work.
Okay, that's
Generally.
not bad because it ain't creepy.
It ain't creepy. No, it's just honest. Like sometimes you just gotta be honest, but you have to understand how honest to be.
Yeah. Some of y'all are a little too honest.
Yeah.
Some of y'all need to dial it down. Like ain't everything you're supposed to say in first conversations.
Beautiful women generally don't shoot their shot though. Beautiful women, I think beautiful women have this thing where they feel that I'm pretty, I know I'm pretty, and so I shouldn't have to reach out.
Yeah, but I don't think that makes sense. I don't feel like that's like a normal thing, no.
Jade, that is definitely a normal
Still?
thing. What?
Okay, I don't know. I know plenty beautiful women that have shot their shots, and their shots work. So I mean, granted they're beautiful, so ain't really gonna.
Maybe I just got
Ain't really
that.
gonna miss.
Maybe I just got that.
You think so? No, I tell them girls. Well, they don't tell you, so that's the problem. That's the problem. So they tell me. Maybe they using me to shoot.
But that, well, you ain't shooting well.
But you know, a beautiful woman, a woman that somebody finds attractive, whoever it is. What do you mean they find a beautiful Cleo? Take a call. I don't know Cleo.
Good morning, caller. You're live on Island T. What's up?
Hello, good morning, and I hope you all, Jane, and I forget your name, but don't worry, you know what I mean. I hope you had a good Valentine. Oh, y'all celebrate that Rasta, you know? That's the Rasta. That is not your culture. Sorry to this, sorry about that. Well, to me, like it's a thing, I was studying it out, like it's just, I think like the poor get, you know, people who have business get a little sale after Christmas, you know. Somebody I text and they said, I don't celebrate that, you know, and the thing. I said, okay, like it's, so when I study back, I believe it's a thing for school to get sale. Yeah, talking about the ladies, you know, when the shots and so. A beautiful woman always feel like a man's supposed to run up to her. Mm-hmm. And say, I love you, and I love you. And she got him when I running behind him, like a little chihuahua. You know him, say, I love you. You know him, say, I want you. Mm-hmm. And you know. Yep. And some of them, they cut style, and they see they, you know, they walk and they twist one way, and they twist left, they twist right. And then they're watching you on this side here. I'm here, but he come call me. What's your mother, you know? I'm here watching, you know, sometimes my friend and shit together. I'm here what this time, maybe the guy, as he was just saying, maybe that was just far from his thoughts and so. Ugly man, now we're glad when a man call out. You know, she gonna get picked. And you know, when she go to the public with him, you know, people say, that's your boyfriend here, yeah, blushing, yeah. This how he must have to him, so now when you feel, but You know, he is showing it. And they say self face impression, no self face, yeah. You go sometimes see sometimes I just a little smile, you know. How long you met him now? He just getting in a few days ago, and you know, and they just, you know, blush when you go to say, but me, you took a talk, you're gonna tell the lady, me, you think him, I just take you out for me for a drink or two. And that's how you go. But some ugly women, some of them they do a better job too, and the beautiful women, they will make the man feel good, do things in the home, cook, wash, and bake and all them do and so on. But sometimes you do that too much, you know, Jada, let me tell you now. Well, sometimes they still in, you know, take the catch, you know, because when you look, they like pampered and so. Like a bit in vain and so, you know that way?
Right.
So sometimes you got to look in between the lines. They say, as far as you love the one you love, you love, you know, use your heart, use your head.
All right, thank you.
Okay, all right.
But on a serious note, I think it's getting more and more difficult for men to navigate like the whole courting process.
You think so?
Oh, big time. Like everything is offensive. We don't know what's offensive. Like and the thing is though, a lot of the things that people call offensive, but really and truly, it might not be ideal, but by some okay, I'll give you an example. I had this conversation with some women one time. I was like, do you like being told you're beautiful? All of them said yes. I said, does it matter who is telling you that you're beautiful? All of them said no.
Does it matter?
Yeah.
Yes.
No. I'm telling you what happened in the thing.
Oh, okay.
I said, does it matter who's telling you? No. I said, does your answer change depending on the situation? They say yes. I say, okay, I'm going to ask this question now. How do you feel about catcalling? And the answers were so mixed across the board.
I don't think I like it.
The answers were so mixed across the board. One woman actually said that if she walks across, like if she goes, like she says she walks through her area, and there was a bunch of construction happening, you know, at one particular time, like so on her way to the bus stop, and she said after a while it started to mess with her psyche because none of the men would like trouble her.
What?
Yeah, and they would trouble other people.
Sorry.
So it's like, what? So I mean, I'm not pretty. Like y'all don't think I'm attractive. She said it really started to mess with her psyche.
Oh dear.
She said it's not that she would like it, but at the same time, she wants to know that somebody finds her pretty, attractive.
I've never thought about this.
No, like real talk. Like is like and again, I said at the time, the answers varied. So some women was like, yeah, I like being catcalled. I like being catcalled because they interpret it as
like some type
somebody acknowledges that I'm pretty. Okay. It's not saying that they're somehow interested in people calling or whatever, but it's a confirmation because it's an
ego boost for some people. I guess.
Exactly, it's an ego boost. So so one of the ladies actually said that. So I want to tell me, I get up 45 minutes early, start putting on my makeup, go on all these clothes, boom, 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 and nobody noticed. No, if somebody
then sounds like she's doing it for people to notice.
Of course.
Well, you know.
Jade, a big part of why we are done ourselves is to impact how other people view us. Like all this thing about no, they're for me. Yeah, perhaps, but that's not the only reason. That's not the only reason.
Oh, that's like kind of sad.
The other. No, it's not.
No, I mean the girl who felt how she felt because nobody did
it. Yeah. She says every day. She said every morning she walked from she house passing all these men building the
And
house
not
them.
one of them turn
and
on
not
and
one
say,
of
"Hey,
them,
girl."
and not one of them saying, "Hey, miss."
Wow.
Yeah.
And construction workers good for that.
Oh yeah.
No, I started to think about it. I see what she would be like.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's me.
and she said, and because she would hear them call out to other
Oh
people,
dear.
so it's like
She
nobody,
start to get second guess yourself now.
nobody finds her pretty.
Dear.
Yeah, it was. She said it was a real hit to her
Ego.
self-esteem.
Yikes.
Not even ego, but the self-esteem.
Ouch.
Like it kind of missed it. Let's see if we get this call on the line. Good morning, caller. You're live on LNT.
Yes, I know it's because a little older than you all. I will have a little experience. Look, men may know Jada, you're on the road, you're handsome guy and so. But lady just so he handsome and that. But men look for a lot of things in women, You watch a man, right? And he is standing here and full. And a lady coming across the road, the shape of what she is, When I look at she, yeah, she well built. And especially she got a big, not a big bottom, but well shape, As them, when I was growing up here, men used to say, oh, my like say, woman with a Coke bottle. I said, well, no, what do you mean with a Coke bottle? But I know now it's like a small waist and your bum see broad off a little bit.
Our hips.
Yeah. And that catch a man, that's something nothing else. Maybe she ain't so that good looking as I said a while ago, but she's shape and And the next thing, she behavior, man with friend a woman. And she got this, she got with your friend. Buy a thing, I know you're waiting on you. No. The man, he coming up with a friend and say, well, that your mother. No, when he reach, just say, well, here waiting on you for quite a while. And so on. And he would tell his friend, well, your boy come, my girlfriend, say she waiting on me. But not no boy, you think I know. And he told him off. And next thing turn out, man, when you reach in the door, you say, well, that's coming from a woman, no? You not greet him with a smile. He goes to women too, you ain't greet her with a smile, you ain't greet her with a hug. And, it turn you off. Let me say, my type of thing, I like laughing. I like to be, as you say.
Like a man with a sense of humor.
Yeah, I like sense of humor. But I married a man there, yeah, he got kind of pointy, but the other thing me look for, all I couldn't see it before. Yeah, that's me. I like, I know where I get young in age. I want somebody make me laugh and feel when nobody knows. Oh, no. I want that. Me and him know we go walk. I walk in here. Because them thing you have, you want thing. Me ain't a grumpy woman. I will laugh. Sometimes somebody say, you give me the joke and you take it out for yourself and wait till you don't know somebody and give me the rest. He might call in on the radio station and say that when freedom, when it from us, I will start laughing depending on how the joke be. People say, don't do it, man. Put over what you got to say first and then you laugh. So when some men enjoy, I believe you got a humor thing in you, you laugh, and it was your day. Ask him, man, how was your day? You and him know. Humor 10 to nothing, he don't dip out to you.
True.
Yeah, no, you're right.
True.
Make him feel good. Carry him out now when I get all your goats. So now we go for a walk, now we go out and so.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Listen.
She
might be my favorite call, I'm sorry.
Not the lady with the facts by. Hey.
No, she's right, because one thing about me, if you can make me laugh, yeah. Like, I like, everybody know I like to laugh. I
like
laugh.
the fun guys,
Yeah, I like funny, not fun. Well, yeah, funny.
Funny.
Yeah, no, she on point with that one.
One of the things that I was thinking about just recently, now that we're talking about this, and this is how I kind of came to the conclusion that, like, again, real mystic out here. You heard about the executive, what company that was? It was CNN. This high executive of CNN who had to he resigned because he had a romantic relationship with one of the other executives, with one of the other managers.
That happened. That happened here. Sorry, let me do say that. Oh, let me do say that.
No, but my thing was like I don't understand. Like
You don't understand why they got fired?
he didn't. He resigned. I don't understand why that resigned.
Because
Why is it the issue?
you sometimes at the jobs, right? They have in their rules, the HR rules, that relationships between certain people aren't allowed.
Jade, what generally HR you're supposed to
telling you.
you're supposed to report it to HR. Like I think it's
Maybe he resigned because he didn't want to.
I think there was a little more to it, but that was really the real reason because of the thing. They say it affected how they reported on a certain story and stuff like that, right?
Okay.
I was at CNN. But what I'm saying is, I think it's unreasonable. It's unreasonable to believe that you're going to have people working together, spending really and truly copious amount of hours together, and
More than the hours they spending at home.
yes, just spend more. You spend. Watch it. That is why. Let me tell you something, right? No woman gonna come tell me nothing about no work husband here. Don't come
She
tell
had
me.
a lot to have a work husband.
Don't come tell me no stripping about no work husband.
Why?
Cause your co-worker. As a matter of fact, you're spending more. Watch it. You got some man out there, right? The man just praying. The man just praying on these co-worker relationships here.
I know one.
Okay.
I know one for sure.
So yeah, don't come tell me no stripping about that your
Why
work
he was
husband.
terrible.
Don't come tell me nothing about no boat.
Yeah,
no.
I've never understood the work husband thing.
Clowns. That's I know man talking about that's my work husband. But
Yeah.
like, you know. Aye,
Yeah, man.
Don't even let me see you type that there in a group chat.
It's over. It's a wrap.
You come in, I tell you about go look for your work husband, yeah.
Oh boy.
Go look for your work.
Oh dear.
Well, yeah, wait, yeah, wait, easy now, wait. But no, what I'm saying
Well,
is,
it looks like majority of the men agree they don't like this work husband thing.
Jade, let me tell you something. You know how much man yesterday was just waiting for the little work crush to come in to the office? Boy, I got you a little something.
Okay. Congratulations to you women.
And then come
Must
and
be nice.
and you know what they just do they do this thing, but they come over by your little cubicle, but so what you got you for Valentine's? What y'all doing for Valentine's? Oh, you know, he got work. You got to work.
Oh, that's what it does. They come over.
Oh, yeah,
Go gossip about your husband,
And
your
yeah,
actual husband.
that's the and the moment when them they are talking about their husband with their work husband. Hey,
Instead of pillow talking, the cubicle talking.
here. Stop. Hey, watch it. That's a thing, eh? Stop take our relationship to people outside the relationship who really and truly
Wow. Inside the relationship. You gotta be careful now.
So for real? Girl, if it was me, right?
Oh, they don't know.
Other than tell you take off today, you know that.
Lord.
Other than talk to Mr. James.
Now you're gonna go watch your husband sideways.
You understand? Oh boy, but we have a call on the line. Call it good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Don't care what you do. This thing about finding partner and all this thing ain't not set way, you know, because that's the two individuals. But I personally would have observed a lot of things in my lifetime. Before women were educated to the extent where they are now, it was easier to get a woman as a wife or a woman get a husband. But every time women start to get educated, women start a lot of sophisticated behavior and attitude and all of that. So, now, that hit Singapore so hard a few years ago. Because in Singapore, once a woman is 25, it's hard for her to get a partner again. So, what a lot of the men used to do, they marry, because Singapore and women, them are well educated too. So, what the government recognized the problem here. And the government set up a data bank where the women or the men, they look for the information, look for the person they think is compatible to them. And they find that they say, well, but then when people get educated too, they don't want a lot of children, they may want one or two. So Singapore went on a campaign and said they must get 4 children. And the government can look after them from cradle to grave. So it's kind of confusing, but you got to know what you're looking for. And I heard Creflo Dollar say, I don't know, because I know my time to be always short. Creflo Dollar say, is something physical on the woman that attracts the man. And I also saw a documentary with somewhere around the Congo area. And they asked this pygmy fellow what kind of woman he liked to be his wife. Yeah. He said he liked fat, juicy woman with big bum. All right, have a good day.
Thank you. But yeah, people have different preferences.
Yes,
but like I was
fine.
saying, it's becoming very ticklish. I remember when I was in college, we used to play this game at when we go out at evenings, and and everybody would go out, and whoever came back with the least amount of numbers would have to pay the tab. Right? No, the thing about it was, what was interesting about this was, without fail, every single time, the man who was rejected the most also got the most numbers.
Because he tried the most?
Yeah, he tried the most. And I say that to say, sometimes you gotta be in the game. What happens is what is important is what happens after you shoot your shot. Like the shot don't go in, you grab the rebound and you pass it to somebody else. You don't go back up for the layup. You don't go back up for the layup. If you get rejected, you just move on. Like I think that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Also,
some men know how to do that though.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
Women too. Some women do not know how to move on from rejection.
No, but Jade, one of the things that I mean, we've spoke about it here. I remember Marley had a whole rant on it, speaking about how a woman would, he might have been interested in, and then after will come back and say, well, what happened? And she said, but you tell me you ain't want me, and she's like, no, but you give up so easy. It's like, miss, you tell me you ain't want me, like.
It's very confusing because on one hand they're saying like, it's very annoying when men just continuously in your inbox every day with the same thing, and then I guess you know what? I think it depends on if they like you. But the signal they're sending is confusing. That's why we need to just be very upfront.
Exactly, Jade.
Listen, I know it used to be old-fashioned for women to literally let guys know that they actually like them. Put it out, because you're confusing the men.
It is very confusing.
You
Jade.
want them to like you, but then when they like you and they tell you that they like you, you act like
Yesterday I was talking to this lady who was telling me she met this guy, describing the man like he was some kind of sex symbol or something, and then vex because she told me she was playing hard to get Parliament boy business.
That is what's going to happen. Why we feel like people supposed to wait on us, stop their life for us? That don't make sense.
In my vocabulary, no mean,
Exactly.
My vocabulary no mean no.
It should.
So I rather to take the no as no and get it wrong than to take the no as yes and get that wrong. You understand where I'm coming from?
That no as yes could land you in jail.
Oh, bye. No, it puts you in some very uncomfortable positions.
Yeah.
But one thing happened too is that we need to understand that people need, this is something that needs to evolve and practice. Just like any other skill, people ain't gonna have it all together right away. And everybody have this talent to be able to talk to, people interested to and whatever. Sometimes you gotta get a little grace, man. Like people still navigating it. People have all kind of social anxieties, like sometimes you just like if you're not interested, you put that out there and hopefully the person understands, and if you are, let that be known.
Let that be known.
And set your boundaries early.
Very much so. I agree with that, friend.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
But
some people out here wait for you.
Afraid I woman bye.
And afraid I am, man. Why? I
see the problem now. I see the problem.
Everybody afraid of everybody. So if everybody afraid of everybody,
No,
who-
everybody
who
afraid.
always be matching.
Jade, let me tell you something. There are some what I recognize, there are some persons who, and in their mind, this has nothing to do with reality, you know. Sometimes it just has to do with
in their mind.
in their mind, if they feel that they are, if somebody is out of their league, for some reason they don't have a problem just shooting the shot here. So apparently,
Boy, you're telling me
there's
lies.
no pressure. There's no pressure. That's what it is. There's no
And they're
pressure.
already going into it like, man, I'm just going to walk in a but let me see still.
Yeah, like Jade, I just literally be driving, and just some random lady can just say something so inappropriate.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
I just
well.
run the red light and go, yeah, man, I'll take the ticket, yeah. Guys,
Trust me.
I'm scared.
I've had that experience. Most of the time that happens in my inbox, thankfully. So it's easy to navigate. Because y'all out here weird. Being like,
Actually, I fear the inbox thing here because you're gonna end up the buck of so many jokes in a group chat. You're gonna end up in a group chat, guys. Trust me.
A lot of the things y'all will be out here saying to women in the inbox that end up in the group chat. Now all your friends watching you weird.
I fear the group chat bad.
Trust me. As a woman, I know.
I fear the group chat bad. I
No,
tell
but
you.
ain't all of them. Listen, you only end up in there if they don't like you.
Exactly,
or
but you
come
don't.
off
But you don't
as a
know.
creep.
No, but you don't know, Jade.
Well, you're gonna figure
Jade,
it out.
two men can tell the same lady the exact same thing. It has nothing to do with you. That's what, and that's the problem. Women don't recognize. Like to me, they don't recognize that it depends on who the guy is. Isn't that what he says?
Yeah, sure. It's who the guy is.
It's who the guy is, and so women get upset with men for making a pass, but we don't know where you're at. We don't know. It ain't our fault that we can't like discern whether or not you're going to be interested in us or not.
True.
You know, so like I said,
I think people makes the whole dating experience very complicated sometimes, or even trying to date, or even trying to have a conversation. Because sometimes, right, we as women feel like every man try to talk to us.
Thank you, Jade. Thank you.
They after us in that way, and sometimes that's not the truth.
Thank you, Jade.
No, it's true.
I don't have to pull up some people and say, Miss Jade, you know what that'd be the worst thing? The worst thing does be when you're just being nice to somebody and to see here and him calling up say you're checking this person.
Talking from experience, nobody.
Jade, this happened to me literally last week.
Damn.
Last week, somebody asked me, yo, what's going on with you and such and such? Who? Jade, I lost. Jade, I lost. Next the person said, you know, such and such. I was like, oh, yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Where are you? Oh, yes, the same. Yeah, that's the same. Yeah.
How the
I
hell
don't
you
know.
get me number?
I don't know, Jade. I don't know. We ain't got.
You see, we just talking about creepiness.
We just talk about creepiness.
We literally talking about men being creepy, you know.
Yeah.
If I block you on Facebook, how you reach me actual? How you get me number? Somebody out there leaking me number. My number out there? My number out there?
I don't think so. You on your Facebook?
No, you crazy.
I don't know. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Yeah, it wasn't me. Seriously, it wasn't me. I don't give up people number like that.
Not me.
People could give up my number because my number all over, but yeah, so I don't really take offense to that. But
Oh, this is weird.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
no, but
This is weird.
go in. Let me tell you something. There has been
Somebody
there.
just stop talking to people, woman.
Watch, and it's gotten to that point. It's gotten to that point where I literally I have to think twice about complimenting women.
Why? Because they wanna feel like that.
Yeah, because it gets misconstrued. It's like I remember one time I literally told a lady she had natural. Like I'm a sucker for big messy natural hair. Right? I love big messy natural
the
hair.
natural hair girls running downstairs now, no?
I doubt it. But so this lady passed and I was just like, Miss, I really love your hair. Like, don't change it. This you look really nice. The man just turned around and watched me and said, Mr. Guy, man, you know.
Whoa. Projecting much. You know what? Sometimes,
I was like, wow.
you know what happens? Sometimes the reason that women react that way is because what it's what they're accustomed to.
But it's not fair to me. And what?
Yeah, we're saying it's fair.
And
We're
not
saying it's
and not
fair.
only that, like yes, Jade, men gonna approach you. Men gonna approach you, ladies. We don't know how you feel. It's up to you to tell us how you feel. Yeah?
What she tell you? She tell you what time?
No, the problem is I didn't approach her in that way.
She don't. How she gonna know that?
What do you mean,
It's
how she
just-
not-
it works both ways. How would she know that you're not approaching her for that reason?
Because no, but you can't assume that.
She can. Just
Maybe
how
she can.
she can. What
That's what I'm saying. It's not fair. No, I'm saying it's not fair for me to assume that you like me just because I check in you, just because I'm attracted to you.
Well, that's
And
how
it's
it
not
works.
and it's not fair for you to assume that because I give you a compliment that I want more than to just give you the compliment.
In this world, that's how it works.
Well, that's why I'm gonna skip my compliments to myself, yeah.
Well, that's all you got to defend.
Because
Admire anger.
people be
But keep it to
wilding out here,
yourself.
boy. People be wilding out here, man.
Well, indeed, because I
Yeah.
still don't know how this man give me number. I am flabbergasted. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That is gonna now. I am shook.
You not more than me, friend.
He hath shooketh me.
What in the world?
Wow.
What in the world? Anyway, let's move on to another topic. Let's see.
Hold on, you want to call quick?
Yeah, boy, I hope any minute my mother's here, boy.
Let's see. Good morning, caller. You're live on LNT. Oh,
See, hang up. He hear you. Hang on.
I didn't say nothing.
Anyway, so a Bronx crook shot by correction officer. He was trying to. Don't
Those ads. Those
Don't
ads.
I'm not trying to figure out how to scramble an egg. I'm good.
Yeah.
So yes, a Bronx crook shot by correction officer. He was trying to rob. Won $3.5 million in NYPD crash lawsuit 5 years ago.
Nice.
You was trying to rob me
Yeah.
and I shoot you,
Mm-hmm.
and then you win 3.5 million.
Yeah.
Wow. Vibes. So, a potentially life-altering 3.5 million lawsuit settlement didn't change much for Lionel Cuevas or his family. Well, that sucks. The 26-year-old Bronx man, 5 years removed from his big bucks victory after a sketchy NYPD car chase sparked a crash that left him facing major medical issues, survived a second brush with death last month. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
God got a plan for you, boy.
Yeah, and somebody obey you.
I wanted it too.
This time he was shot by a state corrections officer he was trying to hold up. Authorities charge. The off-duty officer appeared for a prearranged Bronx date with a woman on January 29th, only to find Cuevas and another man lying in wait with a .380 caliber pistol, police said. But Cuevas and his accomplice apparently didn't know their mark would be armed. They didn't do the proper research. The corrections officer opened fire before the crooks could use their gun. Wounding Cuevas and his partner in crime before the bullets stopped flying, cops said. A decade after being nearly paralyzed and left brain damaged by NYPD-involved crash, Cuevas is clinging to life again. No, man. After the accident, my son was never the same. His mother said last week of the decade ago crash. She and husband Ramon spoke with our reporter. Let me turn my phone sideways so I can see you. Hold on. Spoke with a reporter in the 14th floor Bronx apartment in NYCHA's Butler Housing, the same home where the family was living back when Cuevas was hurt in the 2012 crash that killed a friend of his. His parents declined to discuss what happened to their son's legal windfall, and Ramona Cuevas said little more after defending Lionel in the recent robbery attempt. My son is a good person, she said. He is a good boy. According to the police, the off-duty corrections officer arrived for a Saturday night meetup with Diamond Sanchez, That's not suspicious. In Fordham Heights, the pair were sitting in a vehicle when Quavers and the alleged accomplice, Christopher Santana, 22, confronted the victim. "Give me all your SHIT," one of the armed men commanded, a black firearm in his hand according to court papers. The response was a what the world is that word? Fusillade? Fusillade? That's fusillade? What does that mean?
No.
Listen,
A lot
the
of
report was a
gunfire.
lot of gunfire. That's what I'm going to assume mean. From the correction officer blasting Quavers multiple times in the chest and shooting Santana in the stomach, back and hip.
Multiple shots he get.
You hear the man empty the clip?
Empty the clip on him.
Quavers remained in critical condition at the St. Barnabas Hospital after the hold-up gone wrong, authorities said.
You know what's going on here?
He blushed the money and now we needed some more.
I mean, even though he bloodshot the money, because if he was almost paralyzed and thing like that, like that 3.5 could get eat up in medical expenses really quick. Like they didn't even move out of the house they were living in. They're living in projects. So that money probably went into medical expenses. And
so he got better.
This is the US we're talking about here.
And got shot again.
If he ain't had medical insurance, that 3.5 gone, like that 3.5 gone, like plop.
That is a fact.
Too
it's
easy.
Very expensive.
Too easy. But what I'm saying is, this is something that I think we need to make popular in the narrative. You know, you got these things that people just say now that like all like cliche and popular, but everybody does just kind of say these things. One of the things we need to popularize has to do with this. When persons end up in very sticky situations and manage to make it out, God has a plan for your life, yeah?
Indeed, because
God has a plan for your life.
differently.
You got to stop taking things for granted. You know, that's really what it is. You know?
Yeah.
When you end up, you see people end up in some situations where like things 1 centimeter to the left and you might not have been here. Like you end up in a car crash, somebody in the car crash died and you didn't. But God got a plan for you. You know? You better figure out what the plan is.
You need to sit down, think about your life.
Bye.
And see how you could be better because God gave you a whole second chance. And a lot of us don't get second chances.
I'm telling you. When people tell me about so many close calls they have, I say, yo, you got purpose here, and you got to figure out what that purpose is.
Yeah. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
And I don't think the purpose has to do you robbing a correction officer and getting light up again.
Not at all.
Good morning, caller. You're live at LNT.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
Well, nuts lady had me on my face this morning laughing. But that brother really bad lucky. And like you said, that money he won, like the family said, what did he do with it? Like you said, that money can go so easily because then if, like you said, medical bill, and let me tell anybody, if there was on public assistance, any money you get, public assistance want it back.
Yep.
If there was a public assistance, we taking back what we gave you.
Yep.
But the thing what get me is that the mother say he's a good boy. You see, how, as parents, how we cover up for our children. He's a good thief. He want a good lick upside his head. You have a good day.
I don't think he needs any more brain damage.
No, but you see, there's a couple of things that I have known people who have gotten into car accidents, right, Jade? And they're totally different person after the accident.
Yeah.
Right in saying it, yeah. Me talking about like when I was instead. I knew them before the accident. After they come out the hospital, the whole personality, like the personality change, yeah. Like they're not the same person.
No, and sometimes that's understandable
The
because
brain is
very fragile. It is
Right.
very fragile.
I know one friend in particular. He used to be very he was very stoic, very quiet. You know, but he's late for the party. All of a sudden,
the man living life different. The man say what?
It ain't even about living life. His whole personality has changed. Like even the way he speaks changed.
Okay.
Like, but he got licked to your head in the accident. He got licked to his head.
I've watched as usual. I've watched documentaries where people have gotten brain injuries, and when they wake up, they speak in a whole different language.
Jade.
A language that they didn't know before
Yeah,
they got this
yep.
injury.
Jed, there's this one guy in particular. He got in a accident, and during his recovery, they had when he would go to therapy, they had a piano there. The man just get up, walk one day into the piano, but the man playing like a.
I think I saw this one too.
Yeah, like, but the brain is a interesting thing.
Very fragile too. So that's why we have to take care of it.
And one of the things in response to what Cleo said, a lot of times, yes, parents them, they just do the children a disservice. They do the children a disservice by not
Yeah,
by constantly covering up, constantly ignoring. But at the same time too, one of the things I keep telling people is I can only speak based on my perspective. For her, that lady, that is her nice son who comes over every Sunday and washes all the dishes and gives her a kiss on her forehead before she leaves, make sure she has everything. For instance, I tell people all the time, you ever seen like interviews from kids whose parents were like
serial killers?
Drug lords and things like that?
Best Pablo Escobar?
Pablo Escobar's son. When you hear like, and it's not like he's somehow delusioned about who his dad was.
Yeah, his dad was like.
But
okay.
he just keeps saying like I never dealt with that person.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Was it him that burnt all the money to keep his family warm one time?
Yeah.
Yeah. The man was here. The man was the reason he got caught was because of family.
Yes.
The man was a family man.
He couldn't stay away from his. He couldn't keep away from his family.
Yo, I'm gonna lie, right? I watched Narcos and I cried when they killed him. I don't know where I was. Like I didn't know he was going to die.
Yeah, you know this end. But you see, this because people are complicated. Like a lot of times we like to reduce people down to one single fact or one single action, sometimes one single phrase that they said, right? And to be honest,
mistake. If it's a mistake.
And the truth is that's, in other words, and people, and I've had this conversation.
I think it depends on who you are.
But I've had this conversation with certain people. I think it's come up here on the ear before. Can someone be a criminal and a good father at the same time?
Yeah.
See, some people would argue no.
No, that's not true.
Okay, see?
That's not true.
There's people with different opinions.
You can be. Two things can be true. You could be a good person and a terrible person. Well, you could be a good person to certain people and a terrible person to others.
Yeah.
That's how
as a matter of fact,
humans work.
As a matter of fact, I would make the argument that a lot of times, sometimes people make these decisions out of a desire to be the best at something else.
Yeah.
Right? And people react differently. I know people who might have been involved in certain lifestyles, and I have one friend in particular, when he tell me, he said straight, he said, "Boy, when I hold my daughter for the first time, I know I was done with the gang thing here." Like the man tell me straight, he said, that they changed me. I was done with the gang thing. I went around to all the man I got war with and I tell them, look,
listen,
kill me now before I get thing, otherwise I done.
The man said, listen, peace, treaty.
The man said, look, let me sort it out now, otherwise.
Yeah, I got kill me when my child 5, you know?
Yeah,
kill me now.
Yeah, deal with it. Let me deal with it
Yeah.
now. So I stepping away from this thing. So if there's anything we need to resolve, let's resolve it now.
Because
You know what I mean?
I done. And when I done, all of us can got to done.
And since then, I could tell you, Jade, since then, he ain't been mixing up in nothing.
The
As
man
far as I
done
could
say
see.
it.
As far as
The
I
man
could
done
see.
say it, he done.
Yeah. So different things change people. People are complicated beings, you know what I mean? Because everybody is a sum of all the experiences, teachings, you know? So, all right? Nobody's the same, but a lot of times, and I keep telling people, and I ask the question here, and it just stump people, why is racism wrong?
What?
Why is racism wrong? Like, seriously, why is racism? Like, what's wrong with racism? No, people just laugh when you say it, but nobody, like, people just hardly be able to answer.
I feel like you shouldn't judge people based on their skin color.
Okay. So, in
and
essence...
when that starts to affect certain things like your ability to earn, your ability to live, your ability just to be, I feel like that's wrong.
Right. So the reason why racism is wrong is because it reduces a human being down to one single characteristic. And in this case specifically, something that this person didn't even choose. When we start judging people on one aspect of who they are, it dismisses all that is that it essentially strips the humanity away from that person.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You understand? So
I've never liked.
so we
I've
so
never liked
and
it.
we
It don't matter who
we
it
do
is,
it with
like
race, we do it with address,
politics.
we do it with politics, we do it with
economic status.
all kind of things. We reduce people down to this one. We do it with vaccine status.
Imagine that. As if we didn't have enough division.
We do it with vaccine status.
That
You hear
one
what I'm
was
saying?
dumb. I'm not gonna lie. That one
Was we
dumb.
still doing it?
Yeah, sure.
You know, was we still doing it?
That one kind of dumb.
When you and people don't understand, like, that is the problem. Like, that is the problem. You can't reduce people down to one specific factor.
No. Unless this factor is like you being a serial killer and you're continuously doing this, then we could judge you there. But
No, that's not what I'm saying. Like,
I know, I'm
persons
just
can
saying,
be
there's
persons can be
this-
judged based on their actions. So there's consequences to your actions, right? So you steal something, there's a consequence to your action. This doesn't take away the truth that actions have consequences. But what I'm saying is, because you stole that, don't mean that you're not a good father. Don't mean that you don't care about your parents. Don't mean that you don't have something to offer to society. Right? Like they did that, and there should be consequences for your actions. Right? But there's other actions that could have consequences, and all those consequences don't have to be negative.
Nope.
You understand? So, yeah, bye.
Anyway, it's 10 o'clock, friend.
It's time for us to go. Time for us to leave. Time for us to disembark.
Indeed, it is.
Guys, it's what are we inside? Twangy Tuesday?
Twang it.
Oh my God!
Well, I don't understand. What is it? Anyway.
It's the Tuesday that I like. Jade says I can't say it on the radio.
No, he cannot.
So
Absolutely cannot.
we'll have to find another Tuesday.
I will shut all this down quickly.
Yeah. So y'all could continue with recommendations. We have Gawain's Twangy. We'll see what else our viewers and listeners could come up with over the next coming weeks.
Not for
Right.
sure.
But guys, it's Tuesday again. I'm hoping everybody has a lovely day, productive day. Hopefully all that's on your agenda you guys are able to achieve. Remain safe out there. Protect yourself and deal with people with love and grace. Thanks to everybody who's been joining us on the lives, whether it is on Facebook, whether it's on YouTube, or you listen to us on With Media SKN. For those of you who listen to us on the radio, for those of us who listen on the radio, Toonies. We all have Toonies. Well, most of us. Most of us have Toonies. So, yeah, Shabang, big up yourself. But yeah, and those of you who listen to us on the radio, 98.9 FM, yeah, man, we appreciate you. The callers.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll make me there, bye.
Big up Nuts Lady one time, bye.
Big up Nuts Lady, bye. Hey, somebody attend to Lion, Nuts of Wisdom.
Nuts of Wisdom.
But
That's
anyway,
what
I can
we're gonna call it,
Red Pill
Sean.
can produce it.
Nuts of.
Red Pill can produce that there, bye. Trust me.
Oh dear.
But Jade, I am already looking forward to this weekend when we're supposed to go check Nama for some pizza. But
Is this weekend?
oh, this weekend. What are doing this weekend? You might go out this weekend, yeah. You might go out this weekend.
You can say what I want to go.
Oh no, you got your weekend pack. Your
That's why I
weekend
watch you,
pack.
like, okay.
Your weekend pack. Your weekend pack. Unless
My
somebody
weekend start tomorrow, though? No,
Yep.
no, you start Tuesday. Lad. Lana may mean it.
Lana heard nothing.
No, she did not.
Lana heard nothing.
She did not.
But guys, we're gonna go. We gotta disembark. Remember, guys, spend more time living your content than posting it and responding to other people's posts. And you can't be everybody's cup of tea because you is not a mug. We're gonna see you guys again tomorrow.